Womply PPP loan. We will be funded. Let's keep the positivity going. Let's keep our blood going. Let's keep the positivity, the progression, all of that good stuff. My name is QUiNTiN Banks. At any time, if you guys got any questions, feel free to drop those questions, comments, and concerns below. As always, we'll talk about everything financial, whether it's entrepreneurship, financial freedom, stimulus checks. I'll give you guys the latest updates on all that stuff. So let's get into this because a lot of my members were emailing me, messaging me about this. If you guys want to message me, feel free to message me on Instagram, Twitter, all that good stuff, or just drop a comment. Whatever you guys feel. I will try to help you guys the best that I can. And yeah, I'm going to read through some of these comments. And like I said, this is through Womply. We will talk about Chime and glitches and all that other stuff later. So if you guys got these questions, feel free to drop it below because a lot of people are dealing with this, just not yourself. One member began to say, we will be funded if you signed on 6/1. Today is our 20th day, including the weekends. As later posts have proven, we should go to borrow funded tonight. Granted, some may not, and that is okay. But we should be funded into our bank accounts no later than Wednesday. Of course, depending on your bank, sooner or later. Now, traditional banks, they tend to hold your money until Friday. Traditional banks like Chase, Huntington, Citizens, traditional banks. They're a bank that you can actually go to physically. These new age banks, everything is usually online and they actually can push through, they actually give you your deposit sooner. Now, I talked about all that in my other videos, so if you guys want to, you guys can go to the playlist in the description. Feel free to check those videos out as well. They also begin to say, please stop being negative and just trust the process. Although glitches have happened along the way, the overall process has not strayed. Now take this info, relax, and chill. Have a fabulous day. They said it pretty well. That's the only thing that you really can do is just remain patient, especially at times like this where a lot is going on. A lot of people still dealing with COVID. A lot of people have not received their stimulus checks. A lot of people have not received their PPP loans. So like I said, a lot is still going on, but don't be discouraged, because at the end of the day, we want to get everybody funded, and I am here to help you guys. I'm not here to speak negativity on nobody. But if you got Womply, Blueacorns, it looks like people will be getting funded tonight. Now, a lot of people have been waiting for their funds a month, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Feel free to drop the comments below. Let me know how long you've been waiting. But it does look like people are getting funded tonight. So let's read some of the comments. They begin to say, thank you. I needed to hear that. I was getting so disappointed and nervous. You can apply for 51K since Womply now delayed payment. Somebody said how info. I believe I don't know how true that is. Oh Heavenly Father, I want to believe this, but you cannot have any buts when manifesting. I received my funding as I was submitting my application. That's some deeper stuff. Now that is very true. It seemed like once you began to be negative, that's when it actually go. Blah 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 blah. It says how are you counting the weekends? You count every day, but if your 20th day falls on the weekend, it is the next business day, which makes it the 20th through 23rd business day. If they were processing 7 days a week, it wouldn't be so backed up. No, you count business days and that they're actually working. That is very true. You don't want to count the weekends, but people are getting funded on the weekends, so that kind of makes people count the weekends, if that kind of makes sense. So it's Monday through Friday, guys, 5 days a week. But it does seem that some things go through over the weekend, which is nothing wrong. But I don't want you guys to count the weekends thinking the weekend days count. Some people do that, and it just happened to work out. But in reality, it's business days, guys. You're dealing with banks. You're dealing with a business. Business days, Monday through Friday. They said, do you read or just go off what people tell you? Common sense will tell you a weekend is exactly that end of the week, end of the work week. Very, very true. Somebody said, please don't question my common sense. We're not even going to get into that. I kind of explained that, guys. Monday through Friday. The weekends, you cannot count the weekends. It just happened the fact of, let's say, if you're on your 15th day and you get funded on Saturday, then people start counting those weekends now. But typically, you don't want to count those weekends. You really can't count those weekends, right? It can be up to 20 days. However, if day 10 or 20 falls on a weekend and or bank holiday, then it's the next business day. So it can be between 10 to 13 days and 20 to 23 days. From the reports we're seeing from the small businesses and independent contractors, we've helped get funding. The PPP is generally pretty good about meeting or beating that deadline. Somebody said, I agree. My personal thought is that they threw us into the U-bin to buy them those additional days because they were/are behind. That is the only way to meet the deadline. Clever, but a pain because it is giving applicants the runaround. Somebody said SBA resubmissions take how long? I have all green check marks. Honestly, I couldn't tell you. Apparently that status means either something was wrong or missing, and the SBA could either approve it again or deny it. Sorry. They said 6/1. I signed on the 27th and still nothing has changed. So guys, it really all depends, long story short, but let's hope people will get funded because I am hearing today is the fund date. Today is the funded date, so hopefully people will get funded today. As I always say, make sure you guys like and subscribe, and don't forget to drop those comments and concerns below. My name is QUiNTiN Banks. If you guys got questions, feel free to drop those questions and concerns below. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you guys want to be entered in the giveaway. Now, that's very, very simple, very, very easy to be entered. So let's get right to this because a lot of people was questioning Capital Plus. What's the payouts? What's the latest updates? What's all that good stuff? So a member of my channel actually began to say, Capital Plus latest payouts. Just finished searching the PPP loan database. You can search by lender and sort by approval date. By looking at this data, I'm seeing that no one who's been approved since April 28th forward has not been funded by Capital Plus. As he talked about, if you guys want to subscribe and like, feel free to do both of that. All you guys got to do is hit the like under the video, and then also subscribe. So you hit the subscribe button as well at the bottom. Somebody began to say, I'm with Capital Plus as well. Thank you for sharing. Thanks. Bid on lender funding for like 3 days now. Thank you for this. I'm Capital Plus. Appreciate the information. Somebody said, I am with Capital Plus and been in lender submitting since 5/23 when I signed my original docs. I'm with Capital Plus, still waiting. If you guys got Capital Plus, as I always say, feel free to drop those comments and concerns below. That way, not only I can help you guys, but Capital Plus, and other bank accounts could help you guys as well, because you guys know they all watch my content. PPP site, it shows undispersed amount and my lender as control. That's my lender as Capital Plus, but on Womply it's Harvest. I'm confused. I was confused reading that, but yeah, I know a lot of people have been confused. I wish I had some little bit more information on that, and it's kind of hard for me to actually get any information when things aren't moving. But the best way for me to get the information is from you guys. So if you guys ever feel the need to drop a comment below it or on any of my videos, feel free to do that for everybody. So if you guys have Wells Fargo, drop the comments below. Let me know exactly where you guys stand. I know people with Cash App, which I talked about in my previous videos. People with Cash App have been funded with ease, and there was a lot of people was hitting me up about that as well. So I try my best to respond to everybody, and I do know also, like I said, when it comes to like Chime and Cash App, they reach out to me personally and they tell me to basically give you guys the best information possible. So we're going to get into these comments. First or second draw, somebody said I applied on the same day but haven't received PN yet through Womply. Now I do want to know, I do want to ask you guys, do you guys have Womply, Blueacorn? Who are you guys using as your lender? I know a lot of people was talking to me about Blueacorns and talking about how Blueacorns was a scam. But I do want to let you guys know it does seem like when they fund in phases, meaning let's say today is Capital Plus, or today is Cash App, or today is Wells Fargo, where that's the hot bank to get applied to actually get your funds through, and then it's like there's moments, then it's, let's say in a month or a couple of weeks, it may be Chime Bank, and then the week after that, it may be Chase Bank. So it really all depends, guys, on the moment. But I do want to let you guys know they fund in batches, meaning they'll fund 1,000 people at once, they'll fund 100 people at once, 500 people at once. So it's hard to really tell. And also what actually determines your funding process is the amount. Now, people was getting funded for $40,000, $30,000. And of course, that may take a little bit longer than somebody getting funded for $5,000, $3,000, $15,000, $20,000, So there are certain limits, but everybody should be funded, especially if you are in the system. Still no PN for me either. I was told if you don't have a loan number by now, the application wasn't submitted to the SBA in time. Now, guys, let me know if that's true or not. I know lots of people who did not receive a loan number and they still were funded. So I wouldn't say that's 110% the truth, but that is a possibility, guys. Now, feel free to drop your comments below. Let me know where you guys stand. I will be keeping you guys updated, of course, with the latest and greatest information, as I always do. We're going to talk about Chime, Capital Plus, all that good stuff. But as I said, make sure you guys like and subscribe. That way, you guys are in tune with the latest and greatest information. What is going on, everybody out there? My name is QUiNTiN Banks, SBA PPP loan. Looks like we got Cash App being funded as of today. If you guys are using Cash App, feel free to drop those comments and concerns below. A lot of people is asking, should I do Cash App personal, Cash App business? What's the best way to actually use my Cash App to get funded? I'm going to have all of those answers here shortly. But first, make sure you guys like and subscribe. That way you guys are in tune with the latest and greatest information. And I'm done talking. Let's get into all this good stuff. All right, so this was a screenshot I received. This says your direct deposit of $11,521 was direct deposited. It does look like it was at 6:45 a.m. So it's vital if you guys check your emails. You guys want to check your emails. All right, it's very, very important you guys check your emails each and every day. As you guys can see, this was updated today at 6:45 a.m. Cash App, let's see exactly who their lender was. Guys, if you guys got questions, feel free to drop those